We as a RAIN community share a collective vision, a grand vision, which is to connect every single item on the planet and give people the benefit of those connected items. I believe we as a research community have the charter to look far into that future and to focus on the big thorny problems that are awaiting us out there, areas where the answer can have a really big impact. So today, I'd like to pose a challenge to the research community. And that challenge is, how do we architect open item connectivity? So what do I mean by that challenge? If you think about the internet today, we take for granted that it's open to all. We have open connectivity. We take IP addresses, DNS, and packet routing for granted. If I think about the Internet of Things, what we're trying to create, what we have today is essentially closed to all. Our industry has essentially built a bunch of mini intranets of things where individual companies or industries can resolve their items, but people cannot get information about those items, can't resolve those items to get information. If you want to test my hypothesis, take a reader into a retail store, or read an automotive item or a sporting good item, read the number on the item, take a reader, read the number. You'll get 24 hex characters. Try and get more information about the item. At best, you might be able to decode a GTIN and say you've got a red shirt, but of course you know you've got a red shirt, you're holding the shirt because you just read the tag. Try and get information about the individual item. My bet is that you will not be able to do so. Essentially, we have a proliferation of mini intranets built on a proliferation of numbering systems, be they GS1, ISO, or in many cases, proprietary numbering systems. And so there is essentially no opportunity for consumers today or in the future, in the way we're headed, to use RAIN. And even worse, the number that's put on the item typically points to the item manufacturer, not the item owner, not to me as the item owner. So imagine I buy a bicycle. Imagine the bike has a tag on it. Imagine the tag is part of the bike. The tag, the number in the tag, points back to the item manufacturer, the bicycle manufacturer. So I, as a consumer, number one, can't get information on that bike other than to know what type of bike it is, but I know that because I bought the bike. Second, if my bike gets stolen and the police recover the bike and read the tag points back to the item manufacturer, not to me as the owner. So my challenge to the research community today is, how do we get from where we are to open item to owner resolution? So think of the tag on an item as representing a pointer on the physical item that points to a digital twin of that item in the cloud. With that digital twin in the cloud, just a registry of information stores the item ownership, history, and links. Very simple. And imagine that we could create a decentralized DNS-like infrastructure that links the item via the pointer in the tag, via the number in the tag, to the item's digital twin. How would we create it? Well, that decentralized DNS-like infrastructure would need to accommodate proliferating numbering systems, which we have today. Essentially, we need to treat all the numbers as randoms. It would need to resolve the item to the twin indexed by the current owner, even as the ownership changes. We would want to leverage existing cloud infrastructure and existing data security protocols. We would want the work we do to use existing privacy mechanisms to protect my privacy as the item owner and give me control over my data. And we would want that decentralized architecture to be scalable to trillions of items per year. So my question to the research community, my challenge is, what does that resolver look like? And how do we architect it today, given that we as an industry are already connecting billions of items per year, tens of billions per year, with numbering systems already out there, but no resolver built, nor even an idea of how to build one? I don't know the answer. I ask you as the research community to lead the way and help us figure it out. Thank you.